Hello, I'm Diane Dobry, and I'm a doctor of education whose main interests lie outside the classroom. I study how people use media in the development of ideas and cultural practices. My writing and research has looked at topics such as the way different generations of one Hungarian family use television. I've also written about the way young men watch television when they're alone or when they're together. And I've explored what young people in America and more recently in Hungary do when deprived of using media on a day-to-day basis, what they do instead, what they miss, and how they adjust. Currently, my most frequent topic of discussion combines two of my primary interests: media use and how people learn about and perceive death and the afterlife. Researcher Sherry Turkle has written about her belief that people are losing the art of face-to-face conversation and replacing conversation with more impersonal media connections. Conversations about death have long been uncomfortable and are avoided in most social situations, even and especially at the time of imminent death. I wonder whether media connections about these topics make them somewhat more palatable, and in what way. The media present death in a variety of ways that range from humor and drama to fantasy and now reality in the form of paranormal reality television. I knew from watching casually that paranormal television programs looked at the possibilities that the dead and perhaps other unseen entities existed in a viable form beyond our perception. These paranormal television programs suggested that the dead and these unseen entities could sometimes be sensed by the physical world under certain circumstances. So I decided to find out first what exactly paranormal reality TV programs were saying and how they were presenting these ideas. And did they offer interpretations of death and the afterlife? I also wanted to know how viewers were using these programs. Did they connect the concept of reality television to authentic events and believable truths? Did they discuss these programs in online forums in terms of the ideas the programs presented that were related to death and the afterlife? And finally, were viewers using these spontaneous online connections and anonymous interactions to make sense of death by sharing their beliefs, their ideas, their personal experiences? Were they also making connections between what is considered to be paranormal and their beliefs about death? My dissertation study looked closely at these questions, and since then my writing and presentations have focused on the details of what my findings were. I've also spoken at my alma mater, Teachers College, Columbia University, about some of the ways that popular culture treats these topics. I've also presented on some of the serious research that's been done in an effort to connect paranormal events to the possibility of whether human consciousness survives after death. If media offers a more comfortable means of discussion, discovery, and interactivity among viewers about topics surrounding death and its mysteries, I believe there's room for the development of new media that allows people to test the waters and investigate these ideas, or to learn more about research that's been done on these issues in ways that make them comfortable about such discussions and in ways that make them aware of what others are thinking, experiencing, saying about sensitive but inevitable things that we're all facing. I see my work as being important not only in the area of media studies, but in the way that media are used and the possible creation of media and understanding how people come to terms with death, the basis for their beliefs, and in offering support to those people who are searching for it, ways to come to terms with their fears and grief, anxiety surrounding the topic of death. If you'd like to reach me about my research, you can email me at drdianedobry@gmail.com. Thank you very much.